Menu narration set to 100.
Back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've handled all covers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Under center will be the Southern California native, standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on his field and points to the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
You look at this Eagle defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So from the 37, here's second down and 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Third down and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Second down and 6 now from the 26. Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's good. Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And Walker once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 20-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a lane slow materializing there as he hit maybe a yard up to the 45.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Over the middle here to Brown. And A.J. are going to pick up an Eagles first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards that time.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
This is Smith with the ground. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work in the whole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw is Darnold. And that one to the right side and incomplete. We'll pause for an injury. That's the quarterback, Sam Darnold, in need of some assistance following that last play. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's played well all year long as he enters the home stretch of the season as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, they had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Darnold from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's putting together a remarkable season. Currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. The Eagles hustling to the line. Clock rolling.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And offensively, they take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are deadlocked at the break here. And well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The home team's offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
They probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate, but this is a tie game. No need to pass, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. To throw once more on second and 10. Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 26-yard line.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Kyle Pitts, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Darnold down to throw. And Walker has it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Darnold. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Here we go, set.
Now it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Not the best of plays here as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it back for downfield.
I remember Coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 18-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 4.
We go side.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We go side.
Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Elliott now to have the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Short throw to Disley. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
He's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Gain of 4 yards. And the Seahawks first down. A gain of 4 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Back to throw, Darnold. That's to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. Darnold. He'll try and do this himself. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He'll try to do it himself. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Seahawks.
Darnold to throw. Here comes 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Short throw to Disley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
First down, Seahawks.
Here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. Here's 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. And he spikes it here with 35 seconds left. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Nicky Manlori. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage there in the end zone, and it's been like that all game long. And now, down 2 scores, I imagine they'll try again, but it'll just be for posterity's sake.
One last throw now for Darnold. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And a little bit of a surprise.